All right, so here's the video for the review for this chapter test. I highly suggest that you watch this, at least go through each type of the questions that we have, because there's a lot of information you need to know for this. It's not necessarily that hard to solve or answer each question. There's a lot of topics. I'm going to go through every single topic that you must know at the end of this video or at the end of the review. All right, so for this question, you're not only asked to find all the missing angles, but you're also saying state what postulate or theorem you use to find the angle measurements. So I went through this in class, but make sure you're writing it how I'm writing it here. Right, so you can start off any way you want. And just because I do something one way here does not mean that's the only answer. The first one I'm going to go ahead and solve for is this angle F. So I'm going to say the measurement of angle F is equal to 72 degrees. And the reason why I know that they're congruent to each other is because they are vertical angles. So I'm going to say vertical angles with, now on your test, I will make sure that this has a name. It's not just going to be 72 degrees. It'll have a letter, like this will be maybe H or something. So it will have a specific name, but I'll say vertical angles with 72 degrees. You will use the name of the angle like I'm about to for every other one that we're going to do here. Right now, I know that this angle F and this angle C are congruent to each other because they're corresponding, they're in the same position. So I will then say measurement of angle C is also equal to 72 degrees. And my reasoning and why I'm allowed to say that, it's because it's corresponding angles with angle F. So this is what I mean. I will name this angle. It won't just be 72 degrees in your test. So it'll have a name. So you will put the name of the angle that you're using the theorem with. All right, then once I know this angle F, I can also solve for angle B, and you can solve for measurement of angle B in a bunch of different ways. I'm going to say it's 72 degrees, and I'm just going to go ahead and say that it is alternate exterior angles, because these are both on the outside of the two parallel lines, B and F, and they're on opposite sides of the transversal, so with angle F. I'm only doing this just to go over different ways. You could say that it's vertical with angle C. You could say it's corresponding with the angle 72. There is not just one answer for this. And the same thing with angle C. You could have said alternate interior. There's a bunch of different ways that you could have solved for this. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and solve for this angle D because I see that angle D and this angle 72 are on the same side of our transversal, and they're both between our parallel lines. So that means that angle measurement of angle D is equal to 108 degrees, and we know this because it is same side interior angle with, and I'm just going to put the 72 degrees. You will have a name for this on your test, but for now we don't, so I'm just going to put 72 degrees. So now I know the measurement of angle D. Now I can also solve for the measurement of angle A. I know that these are vertical angles, so the measurement of angle A is also equal to 108 degrees. And you can use different ways for this. It doesn't have to just be this one, but I'm putting vertical angles with angle D. All right, now angle D and angle E, they are both in between our parallel lines, but on opposite sides of our transversal. So they are alternate interior angles and they are equal. So I will say the measurement of angle E is equal to 108 degrees. And my reasoning for this is alternate interior angles with angle D. You could have said that angle E and angle A are corresponding. There's different ways you could have gone about answering this. Angle D and angle G are corresponding, so that means that they're in the same position, which then means that they're equal. So then the measurement of angle G is equal to 108 degrees as well. And this one, I'm going to say corresponding angles with angle D. You could have said vertical angles with angle E, alternate exterior with angle A, whatever you prefer. But this will all be worth 1 point, being able to give me the angle measurement. And then this will also be worth points as well, saying why it is. So I won't going through in detail how this needs to be written, so make sure you're writing this properly.